Hello, I'm author Kenny Down, the author of Darko, The Sacred Heart of one Johanee Darko. I'm incredibly happy to be making this video. I want to take a moment just to thank the people at Hay House and the Hay House community and everybody that's involved with building that community into what it is today. I've been so helped and been so moved and become a much better author as a result of being a participant in that community. So thank you for that. My background, I was born here in Seattle, Washington in an alcoholic home with an alcoholic mother and an alcoholic stepfather. And I experienced all of the problems that you can imagine developed from growing up in that background. Eventually I was in foster homes, I was in a group home, I was in a work camp, and I eventually was incarcerated in a lockdown facility for crimes that I committed to support my own alcohol and drug addiction. This experience included isolation, solitary confinement as a juvenile with no lights in cold rooms with no sound and nobody to talk to 24 hours a day. And that experience, while horrific then and horrific even more, I think, by today's standards, when we look back and think about this kind of treatment that took place, it was one of those things that gave me my greatest asset, I feel, as an author. It tenderized me, this experience and the experience of the drug addiction and getting sober when I was 28 years old and helping so many people along the way. All of these things have tenderized me and brought me to a place where I'm compassionate and empathetic, and I'm able to write in a way that I like to think about. My direct aim when I'm writing is, how am I going to penetrate the armor and get through to the heart in a way that is a direct shot to the heart and bypasses the intellect. That's my aim as a writer. I think I nailed that with Darko. Darko was an idea that came to me through, what are we going to do about the social and environmental justice issues that really dominate our landscape today? These things that are such huge problems that we are so depressed about the idea that maybe we can ever solve them. These great political divides, this huge divide in economic situations where 5 individuals have more money than the bottom half of the entire planet. That these things that are driving the frustrations that cause some of the situations that we see and some of the movements that get underway. That gave me the idea that, what would it take to solve that? Maybe if there was a Joan of Arc for our times today that was born in the United States, that was a young person like Joan of Arc, that was poverty, that was illiterate like Joan of Arc, most importantly, that had these deep and effective spiritual experiences like a Joan of Arc. A Joan of Arc for our time that had the saints, Saint Michael, Saint Catherine, Saint Margaret, come to her and tell her, you, Johanee Darko, are going to lead us out of this situation. You're going to create the coming together time, the sacred-hearted community, and become the savior. And she, of course, was, who am I to do this? And their answer back, of course, was, who are you not to do this? You'll enjoy the book. You'll enjoy the book proposal. Thank you so much for doing this. I just wanted to say another word that my first book, Waking Giant, Sleeping Spirit, I was pursuing my career in corporate America. I was the president and CEO of one of the largest seafood and fishing companies in Washington and Alaska, which is a miracle in itself. And my book sat for 12 years on the shelf. And I now look at the harm that caused me not to be pursuing my own heart's desire. So I'm happy to be doing this full time. God bless.